up, bro? What's up? You see, that clip that you just saw, that was today, April 19th, just over midnight. Right now, it is almost 9 p.m. and we have increased by 3,000 more. That is insane. Literally my last upload was the 10K special. I have no clue what's going on right now. Okay, so I guess this is the 20K special, and it also happens to be the 600th video. I've made more than that, but a lot of them are private or enlisted. So 600, quote, quote. For this video, I thought I'd share some of the behind the scenes, behind stories for my Korean Duolingo speedrun videos, and also read some of your comments that you left. I don't think I've given a proper introduction of myself so far. You probably even know me as just the Korean guy who speedran Duolingo. That's probably it. So first of all, I am Andrew. I am currently a student here at NYU Stern. That's the business school. And yes, my major is business. I am concentrating in accounting and finance, and I'm also minoring in computer science. And also for one of my concentrations, accounting, I'm in Stern's BS-MS program, which literally means basically after I graduate, I just spent 3 more months in school, just for summer, and I got a master's. And ever since I came here, I made a lot of NYU vlogs. My goal for this channel for the past 2 years has been make as much NYU videos as possible so that people who aren't in university yet, and if you know those who are interested in coming to NYU, or Stern, more specifically, the one I'm in, they can have a good grasp of what university life is like, and more specifically, what NYU life is like. And I think I've been doing that a lot, because I've seen freshmen come up to me and they're like, I registered for my classes watching your video. I'm like, that's cool. I was not expecting my channel to blow up because of a non-NYU video. That Duolingo speedrun video that you guys saw, that was like a huge deviation from what I usually do on this channel. And because it actually deviated so much from the original type of content I was making, it did not gain any traction. So part 1 of the Duolingo speedrun video actually started to go like up and up. At the later half of March, beginning of April, that's when it was like started like creeping up. So like one metric I usually commonly use is how many views did a video get in the last 48 hours. For my channel overall, if it's over 1,000, that's pretty good. If it's over 100 for a video, that's also pretty good. And this video that was completely forgotten, that was usually getting like 5 views a day, it was suddenly getting like 20 views in the last 48 hours. I'm like, oh, it's slowly rising, and it started to slowly rise. It was like 30, 40, 50. I'm like, whoa, that's like pretty cool. It's gonna keep going, and then it hits 100. I'm like, that's like really good. And then it keeps growing, 200, 300, 500, 1,000. And at that point, I'm like, oh my God, like this is it. I forgot to mention this. This video is about to cross into 1 million views. Can you believe that? A video that I made is about to cross into the 1 million zone.
Holy shit. Oh my God.
1 million. On my channel. That's crazy. If you search up Duolingo speedrun on YouTube, I'm gonna be the 2nd most viewed video on the search query. That is insane. My graph started to look like now it's getting like over 100,000 views a day. And so I made the sequel. It's the fastest video to hit 10K and probably the fastest to hit 100K. I do need to mention though that the Duolingo video, it was not supposed to be criticism, but like so many people in the comments were like venting about Duolingo, and it seemed like a lot of people were like super angry about Duolingo. They're like, yeah, this is the reason why I don't use Duolingo. I just thought it'd be funny because, you know, if a native guy tried out his own language in Duolingo, like how poorly or well would it go? I'd say it went pretty well. I'll kind of agree with. There were some weird stuff on Duolingo. Like the first word I ever got was ue, which means friendship, but let's be clear here, nobody really uses that word. We say uzong. Uzong is like a much more common word for friendship. I think another great video to mention is the how to read Korean in 20 minutes video. That video was made in 2019. 2019 was like the time I was like kind of into K-pop, and I was making some videos related to K-pop on this channel, which is why I was like, I could make a video teaching Korean. Because I didn't have a huge following back then, it did not get any views whatsoever. I'm pretty sure 2 weeks ago, that video was at 400 views. Right now, it's about to cross into 100,000. YouTube algorithm still remains a mystery to me. You know, like those YouTube comment memes? It's like YouTube recommendations be like 2019, nope, not yet. 2020, nope. 2021, nope, still longer. 2022, yep, let's just blow it up right now. And that's literally what happened. That graph is like the most 90-degree curve. You can't even call it a curve. It's an angle. It's so perpendicular. You could probably use it for like construction. Again, I'm really happy that the video is getting recognized, partly because apparently a lot of people in the comments were like, this is one of the best Korean explanation videos ever. Korean has bottom consonants, and apparently a lot of other videos that teach Korean, they don't teach that. And so many people were flooding my comments saying like, oh my God, this is like the first video that I saw that teaches bottom consonants, and I was confused about why they have different pronunciations, but now I know after watching your video. I'm like, What? Bottom consonants are like half of Korean. If you don't know how to read that, you don't know how to read Korean. I'm glad that it's helping a lot of people out. Definitely think it's one of my best videos I've ever uploaded on the channel. Now with that said, I am gonna put a list of my favorite videos or videos I think are really, really good, some of my best works, down in the description below. You should go check it out. All right, so I think that's about enough for the behind the scenes portion of the Korean speedrun video. Let's go look at some comments. Someone in the comments actually mentioned how I seemed better at Korean now than I was years before, and I linked a video as a video card saying like, speaking in Korean. And that video was like shot back in like 2018 or 2019. And it's just a video of me talking in Korean. And I'm gonna be honest, my Korean is not that good there. My Korean has improved a lot living abroad. And I've realized that whenever I live abroad, by abroad, I mean not Korea, I would listen to Korean music. And I got into songwriting, like writing lyrics and writing melodies and stuff. That whole thing improved my Korean so much while I'm living abroad. So it sounds like really ironic. Like if you're not living in Korea, how can you improve on Korean? I guess I could say a little short Korean sentence right now. 안녕하세요. 제 이름은 앤드루 신이고요. 저는 지금 NYU 스턴 다니고 있는 2학년 학생입니다. 시청해주셔서 감사합니다. And also someone in the comments thought I could speak Chinese. 对啊，我会说一点中文. There's this test called the HSK, which stands for 汉语水平考试. It literally means the Chinese proficiency test, and there's 6 levels to it. If you pass level 6, you're basically fluent. You're like a native speaker level. I passed level 5. I still know how to say like the sentence that you'd always hear at the test. 大家好，欢迎参加 HSK 五级考试. People have commented on my Chinese pronunciation. They say it's good. They said it's actually a Beijing accent. And let's get into some clarifications. Okay, so this comment was hilarious. It said something along the lines of, if you don't know what 호저 means, are you really a native speaker? I'm like, bro, what? Yo, I literally asked Korean people around me if they knew what 호저 meant, and they're like, what the hell is a 호저? Yeah, we don't use that word. If I don't know that word, am I still Korean? Yes, obviously, because we use 고슴도치 a lot more than freaking 호저. No one uses 호저. Oh, and another person commented about like English also has maternal/paternal grandparents. Like, you know, those words exist. I know, but you don't go to a family reunion and be like, yo, what's up, maternal grandmother? How are you? You don't say that. I think there's a reason why English doesn't have that. And it's because English is a very first name based language. We just call everybody by their names, right? Even in like work, we just say, hey, Dennis, how has your day been? It feels kind of weird because like I'm a business student, right? And whenever I'm reaching out to like professionals in industries, I gotta say like, oh, hi, John. But in Korean, obviously, if you do that, you're dead. Which is why we like handle everything with titles. Oh my god, and the bride-groom thing. Oh my god. There are different words to refer to a guy getting married versus a girl getting married. What I meant was that there are different words that refer to the act of marrying itself for different genders. I'm not referring to the actual people getting married. So people in the comments were like, wouldn't bride and groom work? Wouldn't fiance and fiancée work? No. Oh, and there's comments about Korean age. Some of you seem to be confused about how Korean age really works. Some of you thought it was cool. Some of you thought it was the absolutely most stupidest thing ever. I think it's one of the coolest things. And it's actually a shame that the new Korean president is actually trying to get rid of it. I think it's one of like the coolest things that Korea has. It's like what makes us stand out. And whenever I tell someone, oh yeah, have you heard of Korean age? Shall I enlighten you about Korean age? They're like mind blown. Your age would change at the minute, at the second, the moment, the instant. The clock on December 31st, 11:59 p.m. at 59 seconds, tick to the new year, January 1st, 0 seconds. That moment, you've gained an age. Some people in the comments were like, so if you're born on January 1st, are you 2? No, you're 1. But if you're born on December 31st, then the next day you would be 2 because over midnight, you have turned 2. But that doesn't work for the January 1st kids. They literally have to wait like another year. That's why I said it's a weird thing because people born on January 1st and December 31st of the same year age at the same time, even though they're like 364 days apart. And there's actually a cool, easy, very easy formula to calculate your Korean age. Current year minus your birth year plus 1. So for me, I was born in 2002. I would be 21. Oh, there was a comment of like, oh, you didn't actually complete the Duolingo Korean. Okay, yes, I know. But the point of the video wasn't actually to speedrun. As I said, it was like a way to like, oh, I want to see how well Duolingo's courses are made and I want to have some fun with it because I'm a native speaker. I wasn't actually gonna like do every level. Like they were talking about like there's circles. I was at level 1 on every circle because I just passed the placement exam and that was it. But they were like, no, you didn't actually finish finish it, you have to go till 5. I'm like, that would be so boring to watch. It'd be me just doing the same thing over and over again. No one wants to watch that. I opened the entire tree, I'm done. I got a good recommendation in the comments, and it said something like, I love these vids, please make similar ones, maybe criticizing English subtitles to Korean shows on Netflix, or explaining the missed nuance of certain expressions in those translations. I think that'd be cool. And another person in the replies was like, yeah, they mentioned Squid Game, how the translations were slightly off. Agree, I love that idea, and I want to do it. And I would have done it for Squid Game if it wasn't like 6 months old at this point. And actually there was a video on YouTube. It was a Korean person explaining the subtitles bit by bit, how English doesn't actually capture the message, subtitle differences, and like missed meanings and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, and I got a really funny comment. I don't know if it's a joke, but like, do you realize these Duolingo courses are created for people who want to start learning the basics of a completely new language, and not for people who are completely fluent or grew up speaking the language, right? Yes, I know what Duolingo is. I have used Duolingo before for Chinese, Spanish, and French. I filled out the circles too. Oh, and yeah, these were some wholesome comments. Someone in the comments was like, they mentioned how I looked like Ko Young-soo, who's a singer in this group called EXO. His name's Dio. Oh, I don't know if anyone's mentioned, but like, has anyone said that you look like EXO's Dio? I'm like, no, I can't really say I've heard that before, but I appreciate the compliment. And another person said that I looked like the Asian version of the Odd Ones Out, which I personally don't see, but I guess it could also be the way we talk. I guess it's kind of similar. I don't know. I don't know. Also appreciate that comment. I think it's about time to wind things down in this video, and I want to actually end it by saying my plans for the future. Well, I'm gonna tell you that over the summer, I am planning on making the Korean content. Feel free to leave a bunch of your ideas in the comment section below. Yeah, wow, this has been a crazy video. Again, didn't expect myself to get 10,000 more subscribers in 4 days. I literally can't believe I'm uploading milestone videos back to back, 10K, 20K. Literally at this point, my next video is gonna be 30K, and I'm gonna have no clue what the heck to do for that video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Go check out the list of my favorite videos in the description. End screen, here, boom, end screen. I don't know what here is here, but like, go check them out right here. I look really stupid on camera just doing this because I see nothing, but there will be end screens. Okay, goodbye. I'll see you later.